This is it, ladies and gentlemen. We are back in the commentator's box for the next match in the Zerator Trackmania Cup 2020. We're still finding ourselves in the 8th finals, and now we are in the second set of matches. We are now in this one with 8 players competing against each other. The top 4 will move on. We're going to see 5 maps with 4 rounds each, depending on your position at the end of the track. You will be given points, and the points will be added up. So we have Worker, Mappy, Link, Gwen, Papu, Vulnera, Spam, and Snow for this match right here. Of course, I am accompanied by Turbo once again. So thanks for joining in for another very good round of Trackmania gameplay.
Yeah, thanks for your introduction. Will be a blast and will be as stacked as the match beforehand. We've actually seen some players flipping in the warm-up. Vulnera has made it in the match that I have casted beforehand, so he can definitely make it. But look at Worker dropping a 35.96 in the warm-up.
Very good start, yeah.
So very, very good start. And I'm gonna follow him actually for the first round here. So let's go with Worker here. Let's see what he can do. Good start for him. Has not made a mistake here in this round. Gwen opts for that inside approach, so he has also gotten himself a lot of speed. So interesting approach here from the TMGL player who's playing Season 2. Papu with a no slide, and he is dead. Gwen is extending his lead. Worker with a low jump, so he has a lot of speed. Worker but gets overtaken by Vulnera and Snow, who has gotten themselves a good ending, and Gwen will stay in the lead here. Snow and Vulnera in P2 and 3. Snow actually with a good amount of speed, but cannot overtake someone here in the ending, and will remain in second place. Vulnera behind, Worker in 4th place, and then Spam, Link, Mappy, and Papu in the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th position.
A little bit of a weaker beginning here for Mappy and Papu. Papu with the no slide. I didn't see what happened to Mappy though. But yeah, they'll find themselves in the bottom of the scoreboard indeed. Gwen with the first 10 points, and this map, of course, is one of the easier ones, so the rounds are pretty close, and I think this round is not going to be an exception. Currently taking a look at Papu, who is opting for a bit of a wider drift to accumulate as much exit speed as possible, and he is also aiming for the overtake right now. Papu up to first place, going for a side cut here on the ramp, trying to opt for a little bit less airtime, but there's Gwen all of a sudden. Gwen with a lot of speed, and also Vulnera trying to make something happen, but Vulnera has made a mistake and has to reset. Same for Spam, who also has to respawn at the checkpoint. So it's going to be the top 2 for Gwen, for Papu, for Worker, followed by Link, Snow, Mappy, Spam, and Vulnera. So this one actually was a bit more spread than I initially advertised for. But that's what it is sometimes. The pressure is, of course, very high now, as the top 4 will move on into the next phase of the tournament, which will be played in the quarterfinals by Zerator, casted by Zerator in front of a big audience.
So yeah, you can't believe that this is right now the round of 8. It is a super high level, but as you've mentioned beforehand, we have seen a lot of mistakes here from the players, and also now Worker has fallen behind, as well as Vulnera and Papu 6 seconds behind. So wow, indeed the pressure is rising here, and this can be some good points here for Spam, who has only gotten himself, I think, 2 points in that round beforehand. Is right now in second position. Link is behind him, and Spam is going for the attack, but it is Gwen again with a clean sweep. 3 out of 3 victories here for Gwen with a 36.04. Also Spam with a good time with a .17, gets himself 8 points. Link behind that, and then we have Snow, Worker, and then Papu, Vulnera, and Mappy, who have all made a mistake and find themselves over the 40-second mark.
So this round was very clustered. A lot of mistakes have happened, but a very good round for Spam, who was able to capitalize from all those mistakes. But he also drove a good time, so some good points here for Spam. And a mistake by Snow, I believe. No, not Snow, but someone else. Link, who slid out at the start. So he is going to suffer from quite some time loss here. Gwen with a fantastic start. He is so far ahead already. Now coming up to the dirt jump. Gwen with a very risky jump. Is he going to land that? No, he's not going to land that. Big slowdown here for Gwen, who had a bit too much tilt in his car. Mappy going into the wall there. And we have a battle for first between Papu and Spam, but it looks like Papu is going to stay ahead, and that's the next good score for Spam. +8 for the Dutch player, for the only non-French player in this entire match. Snow on P3, followed by Vulnera, Link, Gwen, Worker, and there we see Mappy crossing the ring on last place. Only 1 point for him, so he is not going to get any closer on the scoreboard there, unfortunately.
Yeah, but Spam with a good performance here in the last 2 rounds, really getting himself a lot of points and therefore will move up to 3rd place, tied with Papu and only 1 point behind the 2nd place, which is occupied by Snow. Gwen already 10 points ahead, so a very dominant performance, and Mappy the only player with a 1-digit amount of points here. 7 points, finding himself in last position, so not a real good performance here from Mappy TV.
Might just be a map issue though. Maybe he just wasn't confident with the map, so perhaps this one is going to go a lot better. We have Fermadère, the map in night mood, so we are finding ourselves deep in the night right now in the stadium here, in the Trackmania stadium. And this one is also a little bit more of a more technical map, involving a few drifts, a few corners, a few sections where you want to minimize air. For example here, Vulnera putting it to great portray right there, so thanks Vulnera. Want to land smoothly in the ditch, in the slope right there. And now here we're coming up to the section where you need to maintain as much speed as possible.
Look at Papu.
Papu,
Beautiful.
Boink. So the wide line is seemingly really paying off.
Yeah,
definitely something you do want to consider. Whoa, now he crashes, but hey, it's just a warm-up anyway. At the end we have a little slow motion part where you go through the ring and everything will turn into slow motion for a bit of a more exciting ending. And yeah, that is pretty much it about this map. Fermadère, we have Gwen right now leading with 33 points, 10 points ahead of Snow, who is doing very, very well. Also Spam and Papu in top 3 and top 4, so they are right now qualified. Then we have Link, Worker, Vulnera, and Mappy down in the lower positions from top 5 to top 8. Round 1 is beginning. We have no big mistakes at the start so far. Gwen with a small clip, but recovered nicely with good speed out of that section. So let's keep following one of the favorites for the Zerator Cup. Gwen, of course, one of the best players in the game, a rising star, and he is doing really, really well. What happened, Turbo?
Yeah, Worker has made a mistake here at this last transition and has dropped a bit behind. As you can see, he is miles behind. But let's focus here on this battle for the top. Spam with not that good amount of speed, but Snow with a mistake, so Spam will capitalize from that. But Papu with an insanely good line, as well as Gwen with a mistake. So Spam, as you've mentioned before the match, he's really capitalizing from the mistakes and gets himself another 8-pointer. Yes, he will. Link almost has overtaken him, so Spam with a good performance here, and Papu with a good time here with a .69, so 50-69, very good time here by Papu, and this will put him up into the 2nd place. Will overtake Snow, who has only gotten himself 2 points in this round. So yes, Spam actually 30 points in 3rd position, looking very good for him. But let's focus here on Link, who have I not really seen on the
respawn
first
by
track.
Mappy.
By Mappy, and
having to respawn at the start, and also Spam is dead at the start before checkpoint 1. So we have 2 mistakes happening here by both Mappy and Spammy, and that is going to put us with the remaining 6 players. Also Snow a little further behind, so we have a 5-man battle now. Worker, Vulnera, Link. Worker with a lot of speed actually, going up to 3rd place here.
Bit laggy.
He's talking a little bit. Yeah, he's a little laggy there, unfortunately. Let's take a look at the front. We have Gwen, Papu on a very, very strong time, going as wide as possible on that block to maintain as much speed as possible for that jump. Papu looking good here, Gwen looking good. These positions are definitely set in stone unless something weird happens in the ending.
Gwen?
But the players are prepared enough and good enough to avoid any type of mistake in the end. 50.076 by Papu. Very good time for him. Gwen with +8. Worker on 3rd place. Spam actually went up to P5 after being down to 2nd last. So he has taken advantage from mistakes from Vulnera and Snow. So Snow with another bad placement here and will get passed by Link in the total scoreboard.
Yeah, also Mappy not getting himself a lot of points here. He is in dead last. Only 12 points for him here going into the 3rd round. So only an average of 2 points here in the rounds. And Snow almost making a mistake.
Mappy
but we've
again.
seen Mappy with a mistake. So not looking good for him. And also no slide here for Vulnera. So he's also not having a saying here for this round. Let's follow Spam actually, who is still occupying P3 here with a comfortable lead of 5 points. But good jump there from Papu. Look at the speed from Papu. He's pressing B for boost, and also Gwen Worker is chasing them. Snow's going for the risky jump, gets it really good. Papu with a tiny tad of a mistake there, but Gwen with a good line, all back and forth here, and Spam will get overtaken here by Papu and also by Vulnera. Spam now with a good landing, so he is dead. Okay, let's follow Vulnera here for the remainder of the track. Good speed for him. Overtakes Snow and maybe can actually overtake Papu here in this ending. No, he won't. And Gwen will stay in first. Papu in second. Vulnera in third. And then we have Snow, Spam, Mappy, and Worker. But Vulnera, huh? Vulnera can...
Yeah, how did he... That made no sense.
Wait, that looked very weird for me. He continued...
Yeah, I saw the same. It looked like he didn't finish the track.
Yeah,
it looked like he just kept going, but maybe that was just some lag. I don't know. But yeah, Gwen with the next 10 points, now up to 55. And Mappy, sadly, suffering from the pressure maybe. Link with a mistake here at the start, hitting the pole. But I think the issue for Mappy is actually pressure at this point. What do you think? Is it pressure? Could it be pressure?
Yeah, I mean, he has shown beforehand. I mean, he survived the round of 16, so he definitely has the pace. And if I can say so, even the round of 32 where I went out on, so round 6, it was so hard to really play there, and I can definitely like feel how he really underestimates himself, and not looking good for him, even though he's in 5th position after making a mistake. So a lot of mistakes have happened here from all the players, and this
Vulnera!
And this is actually where Mappy is capitalizing from. He's actually in 3rd position because Spam has made a mistake as well here. So Mappy is getting himself a free 6-pointer here if he survives this ending. Yes, he will do so. 3rd with a 53.97. So all of the players actually, except of Gwen and Worker, have made a mistake here in this round. So really, really bad round here, to say it like this.
Yeah, for pretty much everyone. Everyone making a mistake somewhere, so this was a little more clustered than we're used to, but sometimes it do be like that. So we're gonna go on to the next track. We are gonna play Sakuro again. This one is hopefully gonna put us a great show once again. We see Gwen right now on the scoreboard. We can take a quick look at the scoreboard. We have 65 points for Gwen, who is leading by 13 points now over Papu. Bam holding up strong on 3rd place with 42. The Dutch player for Team Alliance on 3rd place in front of Snow, who is sitting there with 36 on the hot seat right now, being chased down by Worker, who is 2 points behind, Vulnera 31, Link 31, and Mappy 21. So nothing is decided yet. Anything can still happen.
Indeed.
And maybe this map can give us a little turnaround.
Yeah, because this shortcut is also not too easy. As we can see, Snow making a mistake. Because this jump is super blind. You have this, advertisement block, to say it like that, before that, so you can't really see where you're jumping, and you also need a sufficient amount of speed, and therefore practice is required. And also this jump between the branches there is also not too easy, because you really need the right amount of speed. And yeah, Papu just dropping a good time here in the warm-up with a 47.96.
Damn, that's good.
Great time by Papu. But in general, Gwen and Papu are performing really good here, as they have already accumulated a 10+ point lead over the 3rd place. So greatly done by them so far.
Any expectations from this map, Turbo? Do you think anyone's gonna excel here?
So I think that this map suits Link and Vulnera pretty good, so they can make something happen, even though Link has not a good start. But let's follow Vulnera here for that first round. He's on P4, and you can see how important this gear is. Gwen, Papu, and Snow are in P1, 2, and 3. Vulnera with a good jump there. Gwen opts for that left side approach, so therefore he has a lot of speed. Look at him. He had to release even, but Vulnera with a good section actually goes up to P3 because Snow has made a mistake, and Gwen is now, still up in that lead, but he gets chased by Papu and Vulnera, so the ending is remaining here. Great jump from all of the 3 players. Vulnera 0.8 behind, but still a 6-pointer would be good for him, for the French player. And yes, he will stay indeed there. Gwen with a 47.51.
Holy
what
moly.
a time. 700s behind his local record. What a good time. Spam only with 2 points in this round, and Mappy only with 1 point. So not looking too good for them in this round. But let's go into the second round. Take it over.
What a time by Gwen. 47.5, just leaving everyone in his dust right now. And that is, of course, going to be a lot of valuable points for the qualification into the next round. The jump onto the stadium, very difficult. And that was the first mistake. Who was that? I think that was Worker. Indeed. Worker with a mistake, clipping one of those edges on the side of the stadium, which can really, really screw you over on this map. and that is unfortunately what happened to him. So he's going to be dead last. Let's take a look here at the front. We have Papu with a low speed here. Snow also trying to make something happen. Now we have to cut through the trees here, through the boxes. Everyone making it so far. Let's take a look here. Spam on P5. Right now, not really being attacked by anyone. Neither is he in reach to anyone. So Spam looking to get that 5th place for the moment. Snow, Gwen trying to attack Vulnera right here in the ending with success, actually. With success. Gwen actually passing Vulnera in the last corner. Papu, the only player under 48 seconds, so very good time right there. And the next 10 points for Papu and Gwen. They seem to be the 2 fastest players on the track right now.
Yeah, also another 47 winning time here, and a great ending there from Gwen, but also Vulnera here getting himself some points and coming closer here to that juicy 4th position. Look at this, he's only 2 points away, and Snow has not gotten himself a lot of points here, as well as Spam,
Link,
who has lost it a little bit. So Link not really feeling it here on this map, has messed up the start, as well as Spam, who's 0.7 behind, make it 0.9 now, because he has not really gotten a lot of speed. And let's follow here Worker for this round, because he's right now occupying that 4th position and is not super far behind. Papu and Gwen, again, same picture with a very good start, as well as the battle for that 3rd place. Snow, Worker, and Vulnera really close. Worker with a little bit more speed. Vulnera with a better landing, though, gets a nosedive and therefore more speed. So greatly done by him, performing under pressure. What a risky line by Vulnera here in this section. Greatly done, but Snow is pushing it here. Snow wants that 6 pointer here, and he's actually going for it, and Snow overtakes Vulnera in this section. And a great ending there from Snow. What a great round. But look at the times here. I've not really seen that one coming. Gwen and Papu with a 47.7 both. What the hell was that, riolu?
that is extremely fast. These times are so competitive. It's actually kind of a shame that Papu with a .79 is only getting 2nd. But with a worthy opponent like Gwen, you really gotta put out your best game, basically. So great performance there once again. Going into the last round here on Sakuro. I think we've had a mistake here by someone. I think that was Worker.
Yep.
No, that is not Worker. That is
Papu.
Papu.
Oh.
Papu actually on last place, having messed up the start. So this is a great opportunity for Gwen to extend his lead on the total scoreboard, as he is being attacked by Worker. Worker with a bit more speed. He will get a better bounce as an effect as well. Worker up to first place now, passing Gwen. The other players are too far behind. We see a lot of gaps between those two. So now it's going to be the battle for first place here. Worker versus Gwen. Who is going to make it happen here? Gwen with the inside land on the grass. Worker with an oversteer. Gwen with more speed, and Gwen will actually take it. Even though Gwen did not get the best ending himself, but Worker has touched the wall. Crumbled under the pressure from Gwen. And that is how quickly it can go. And I can understand. Having Gwen behind you is scary on the track.
Wait, Papu? Well, okay, he's just want to have like a calm break or so. I don't know. But yeah, Gwen in first, and actually Worker with a 49. He has made a mistake in the ending. Fortunately, stays in 2nd position and therefore gets himself 8 points and will get closer to that 4th position. Look at this scoreboard now: 55, 54, 53, and 50 points between 3rd and 6th position. So the 3rd position is actually not, so we have 2 spots this time that will be battled out, and now we will go to Caviolet. Was the pronunciation good?
You got it.
Nice.
You got it.
And yeah, this is definitely a map where Gran really is shining through. Yes, the WR here with a 43.90. Great time. I mean the local, not sure what the single player time is, but I have high expectations on him here, because yes, he is 24 points ahead of Papu. What a great performance so far.
Holy moly. That is just super, super impressive. And if he keeps playing like this, he's going to have a great shot at winning this whole thing. I can tell you already. With a performance like this, of course there were a few rounds that didn't go that greatly, but overall, he has shown by far the best consistency, by far the best speed. He's clocked in some really fast times as well at the end of each track. So if he continues like this, I think Gwen could be someone to defeat Carl Jr.
Indeed. I think so as well. The final will be so stacked. So today we will see the quarterfinal as well. It will be casted by Zerator, and the semi-final and final will be played on the next Sunday, and also will be covered by Zerator And you can see this is the round of 8. This is not the quarter or semi-final. It is a super stacked tournament. And we can see 4 players actually going for the safe way and 4 players who have gone for the risky way. Gwen has gotten it the best, as well as Worker. And then we have Vulnera in 3rd place. Papu has fallen a little bit behind, as well as Snow. So Snow, the only player who has failed the start here, finding himself 5 seconds behind. But let's focus on this battle here for the top 4. Spam is in 4th position, but gets overtaken here by Link. Then we have Vulnera in 3rd position. Worker and Gwen are in P1 and 2. And Worker is actually in dire need of those points. And he could overtake someone. But yeah, actually Spam has overtaken Snow there. No, Link, because he has made a mistake. But Papu has overtaken him here. And therefore Papu will get himself... No, actually not the... Wait. Okay, I thought he didn't finish, but it's super weird sometimes when you spectate. But yeah, Spam will remain in 5th place, Papu in 4th, Vulnera, Worker, and Gwen in the top 3.
So I'm just positioning my camera to the end now, so we can take a look at the drop down into the finish ring. Spam with the obligatory 5th place. He has gotten 5th place more often than any other player on the server. He is also going for the straight jump. For those who don't know, you can cut the engine killer block at the start by landing on the barrier, which is barely wider than your own car. So it's a really difficult, very risky technique that both Gwen and Snow have done with success. That is why they're leading by more than 1 second at the moment. Papu on P3, followed by Spam, Worker, and Link. It is going to be decided in the ending. Spam with a wall clip on the outside was a little too optimistic with that. So that is going to be a big time loss here for the Dutch player. But he can still make something happen in the ending. We are going to take a look. What is going to happen at the end? I will pop in the camera, which resets. Thanks, Trackmania.
Oh, Spam!
Good here. Oh, Spam actually passing Papu, who had a very unfortunate ending. Mappy bouncing in. And then we have one more waiting. One more player. Where's the last one? Vulnera. Pop. In we go. And we have Gwen with the next 10 points. In front of Snow, Worker, Spam, Link, Papu, Mappy, and Vulnera. And Gwen is now up to 123 points.
Oh, look how cozy it is here between 3rd and 6th position. 3 points. Worker and Spam are equal, and Vulnera actually crumbling here after he has been on 3rd place. He is failing the start twice in a row now, so he's definitely feeling the pressure here, and this is not looking good for him. It is not good for him. And let's see what Spam is doing. Spam right now on P3. Link is a little bit further ahead here. 0.1 of a second. Spam now with a good landing here, so Papu and Worker will overtake him. So Spam has to risk it here in the end. Also Mappy is there, but Mappy has made a mistake. But what a close fight here for that 2nd place. Link with more speed than Papu, and we can see actually Worker with a mistake, so he has dropped behind. But look at Gwen's level. He's on another level here. He is just performing outstandingly in this match. Who will take that 2nd place? Will it be Link or Papu? It will be Link. And also Papu almost got overtaken there by Spam. But Spam with a 4th position here, and therefore granted himself 5 points. And also valuable points here for Link. But his direct opponents here from Spam didn't really get too many points in this round.
Damn. What a twist here on this map. It is going back and forth, but so far the positions are still being fought for. 69 points for Spam, 67 for Worker, 66 for Snow, 62 for Vulnera, and 60 for Link. So between P3 to P7, we have 9 points only. Wow. This is going to be such a banger. And we're now going into the last round of Cabriolet. We're taking a look at Spam, who's in a battle with Papu. Link on 3rd. Now we have this section. You want to go as wide as possible. Minimize the steering to generate as much speed as possible on the dirt. Looking good here for everyone. Now you want to avoid the wall. Link touches it, and Spam will go up to first, to 4th, I mean. On 1st place, of course, we have no one other than Gwen, who I believe won every single round on this map so far. And he will do that again. He will not do that again.
Whoa! What? And this is super good for Worker, getting a 10-pointer here instead of an 8-pointer. This is super good for him. But still an impressive performance by Gwen. Look at the gap. He is more than 40 points ahead of the 2nd place. What is happening? This guy, man.
I wish I saw what happened to Gwen, but he actually got past in the end, so he must have had a really unfortunate bounce in the end. Worker benefiting from that, and with this, he will pass Spam, indeed, 3 points now, ahead of the Dutch player. Spam dropping down to 4th, but he still has 5 points of a gap to work with as we go on to the final map. It is going to be La Reine de Neige, the complete full ice map. And I think Spam is going to have a hard time on this.
Yeah, maybe the reformed Spam won't have a hard time here, but yeah, indeed, players are really good on this track. They have practiced a little bit more. Spam has not really practiced at all, and or practiced too much here on those tracks, and you can actually see that here in the start, as he's already 0.4 behind in the warm-up. But maybe he can rely on the mistakes, because Spam is extremely good when performing under pressure, so maybe he can capitalize from that.
We'll see how it goes. Spam definitely needs to build on consistency now and not try to go super fast, but just try to get those rounds in. Try to avoid making mistakes, because mistakes are inevitable to happen.
Indeed.
Yeah, they are inevitable. They will happen at any point. However, matching the pace of these very good ice drivers like Worker or even Gwen, I think, is very, very fast here. It is going to be incredibly difficult. So pressure will be a big factor now, as the warm-up is slowly but surely coming to an end.
But Spam winning it.
It's hard to say. Wait, Spam won it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll take it. 58-49. I think with times like this, it's not going to be that bad.
Yeah, I mean, it is not the fastest time, but concerning the mistakes on the warm-up, everything can happen. So let's take a look. I mean, the standing now, Vulnera has actually dropped down to 7th place. He was on 3rd just before the prior map. So let's focus here on him on this round, because pressure is rising. He's 11 points behind the green, behind the top 4, because only the top 4 will advance. Gwen, Papu with a good start. Then we have Snow, Worker doing it good as well. Vulnera and Spam are a little bit further behind here, but still in the race here. But just when I say that, Spam dropped a little bit behind, but gets a good line here. Good speed for him. Good speed for him, and he's in the battle. He's 1 second behind though, but he can rely on mistakes. Everyone is going actually for that skip there. Not going on the ice thing there. But yeah, I mean, look at this. Spam is not playing bad. He is 2 seconds behind the first place. And is still in last position. Oh my god, what a round am I witnessing. Super good, but Spam with a super good ending here actually goes up to P5, and therefore he will get himself 4 points here, as Mappy is not overtaking him. 5 points actually. Look at this. A lot of players have actually made mistakes, as you have forecasted beforehand.
But yeah, still you need to get times around 58 at least to get somewhere, because these mistakes might not happen every time. So Vulnera taking it with an insane time, 56.1. So Vulnera might also be a threat for the qualification here together with Snow. So this is going to be incredibly difficult right here for anyone to survive. Not only Spam, not only Worker, but everyone who is in close pursuit can possibly take it here. So let's go into the second round. We have this one and 2 more. Snow with insane amount of speeds coming out of that booster. Now we have the 180 turn. Here is where you have to oversteer your car, put it in more than 90 degrees, and then counter steer to keep grip. For some reason, that is how to take ice. So you have to work with the grip that the game is giving you when completely oversteering. And we currently see Spam on P7, indeed, also going over the ice. This is not good. Let's take a look here at the front. It is Gwen in the lead. Vulnera braking a little bit later. We see Snow with the attack as well. Who's going to have the better angle right there? Snow driving over the grass a little bit. This is going to be all deciding on the last bounce. Vulnera jumping a little too short to the right, but he will... No, he'll drop down all the way to P5. Getting completely wrecked in the ending. Vulnera with an unfortunate landing, jumping just a tiny tad too far to the right. And from 1st to 5th he goes. Gwen will win with a 55.79 in front of Snow, Papu. And it is looking a little worse now for Spam, as he's now only 2 points ahead of Snow for that hot seat.
But it was very good for him actually that Vulnera has failed the ending, because with that they would be tied, I think. Oh no, actually not. Vulnera would have overtaken him. And Link now with a very good start. He didn't really have a good start in the prior round, but Link is at 68 points, so it's mathematically possible for him, but he really needs to win all the rounds now to have a saying here. And let's take a look on Spam here, who is right now in 7th position and has actually touched, so he's dropping down. So let's see what Vulnera is doing. Vulnera in the battle here with Papu, and Vulnera with a good slide here. What happened to Worker? I don't know, but look at Vulnera. Vulnera is pressing B for boost here in this section. Only the ending is remaining for him, but he slides and gets not a lot of speed, and Papu will take over the first place, and Gwen will eventually maybe overtake him. No, Vulnera will remain in second place. Greatly done, and now we are going to the last round. Spam only with 2 points in this round, and this is looking grim for the Dutch player.
It is all going to come down to the last round now. This is going to be do or die. The final round. Spam dropping down to P6.
God.
But it can still happen. 83, 84, 85, 89. This is still possible. The last round of this match right here. This is going to be do or die. This is where you need to channel your inner Ice Meister. You need to get this one done now. You need to be completely in
Spam
your
dead.
focus.
Spam is dead.
Spam is dead. Spam is dead. He is not even making it up the hill. Spam is dead. This is it for the Dutch player. He is out of the competition. However, it is still going to be deciding and important for the other players in here in the field. It is still going to be Worker, Vulnera, maybe even Snow. Right now, we see quite a bit of lag here for Snow, but he is finding himself in second place in front of Papu, Vulnera, and Worker. So this is all going to be decided in the ending. Worker with a lot of speed. Papu went over the Snow a little bit. Oh my god, this is going to be so tight.
God.
Snow with a bad exit, Vulnera with a bad exit, Worker up to P3, passing Papu in the ending. Very good points for Snow, and this could be the decisive difference here, as Gwen wins the round. Gwyn is actually good. Gwyn is good.
Yeah, Gwyn, what a player. Gwyn wins it.
Gwyn wins.
Gwyn wins. Gwyn wins, man. And yeah, actually, Snow makes it. Snow makes it, and actually, unfortunately, Spam, Vulnera, Link, and Mappy are out of this competition. But what a crazy and tight round here in the ending. Unfortunately, this map, or the competition has ended on this map for Spam. But still a very good performance here. Almost making it, dropping out of the top 4 just on the last map. So well played from Spam here and from all the other players who unfortunately dropped out of this competition.
This is it for this competition here for Vulnera, Spam, Link, and Mappy. They are out, but they fought well, they played well, and commiserations to those who have not survived this competition anymore. The top 4 will move on. Gwen, Papu, Worker, and Snow, very well deserved, especially a great performance by Gwen and Papu. That was spot on driving right